So, hello friends, fellow YouTubers, patients, students. So today I come with the part 3 of the marriage series. This is going to hold a healing for the two of you and also heal a particular issues that are created by your own thinking and others' thinking. It's similar to the part 2, but this is a deeper energy that is going to go into the root of particular issues. So let us begin with the healing. I thank myself for being here. I thank Reiki for being here. I thank the patient for being here. I cast aside my ego and I request the patient to cast aside their ego and receive this healing with a pure heart and a clean heart. I request the energies to flow to both the partners at the maximum. So let's talk about, last time we talked about in the series, part 2 series, we talked about coming out of the cocoon. What I mean by this is the spouse or the boy comes from a family. So his family has had particular rules that they've always followed for the past 20 to 25 years. The woman, on the other hand, was in her family and she followed some principles and rules that they followed for the past 20 years or 25 years. And now all of a sudden the woman goes to the boy's house after marriage and she needs to adapt to the rules and principles and ideas which were going on in that family for the past 20 years before she was there. It's very difficult. It's not an easy task to do this because she cannot leave her 20 years of experience and start experiencing your 20 years all of a sudden. It's very difficult. And on the other hand, the woman has different ideas and the guy has different ideas about these particular principles, but they cannot act upon them because the parents or the in-laws have their set of rules as well. So how do you come out of such dilemmas? Because you don't want to hurt anybody by saying that your rules are not good or your ideas of a marriage are not good. So how do you come out of this cocoon so that both of you as a couple create your own principles and ideas of what a marriage is or how a marriage is supposed to run? In the olden days, before our time, when the woman used to get married and go to the husband's house, she instantaneously needed to follow each and every principle in that house, whether they liked it or they didn't like it. Today, life is different. 4 of action. Your hard work and sincere efforts lead you to a sense of safety, contentment, and financial security. You deserve to take a break and enjoy the magnificent life you have created. It may be time to celebrate a wonderful event such as an engagement, a wedding, buying a new home, or a birth of a child. So these are new ideas that a couple has when they get married. They want their own home, they want a baby, they want to get a new business, they want to do everything in together. But it's not that you're being stopped by your parents or your in-laws, but because you respect them, because you have responsibilities towards them and towards yourself, you decide not to act upon your dreams. And when that happens, there are slowly small cracks and grudges that start to begin. And when these grudges and disappointments start to begin, and when either of you do not listen to one another and you listen to your parents or your in-laws, so a rift starts to begin with the couple. And this rift, if it is fed with the wrong things, then the wrong things start to happen. So let us send Reiki into this so that the right things begin to happen. Let all the negative rifts that have been followed by so many days and months and years, all these energies that are creating these patterns, be simply sliced off and burnt down in the holy fire. See, there's a lot of negativity in that part at least. Let us remove everything. Just let the energy flow. You might have a lot of thoughts running into your mind after the sessions, but simply work with them. Simply work with them and just have patience with yourself. Give yourself time. I don't like using one hand, but sometimes I have to. I normally like using two hands in my healings. It's more refined that way. And so 2F abundance. Life may be feeling a little out of balance right now. You could be working multiple jobs or trying to make a change to your dream career. It's important to keep things light and stay in touch with your inner child. Make your work as playful as possible. Multitasking with a positive attitude brings success. So, it's difficult in a marriage to do everything on your own. As a couple, as husband and wife, you need to share these workloads. And let us send Reiki for this so that these things can be realized by either of you. And enjoying these Reiki sessions, I hope, and making a difference in your life is what I want, and I feel that it would be positive for that to happen to all of you. So, Ace of Action. This cherub is heralding a time of wonderful new opportunities related to your creativity, your career, or pursuing your dreams. This is the card of action, and if you been procrastinating, it's time to really get busy. It's also a great time to start a new business. Have confidence in your abilities. Six of Abundance. I picked two cards, two came about, so I'm going to be reading it. Heaven opens its loving arms and pours abundance onto you. An unexpected gift is on its way. Accept it with gratitude and humility, knowing that you'll have a chance to return the generosity by giving to others in the future. Consider volunteering for a charitable organization. See, these are the things you need to do as couples to be in a more positive side of marriage. It's not going to belittle you by people saying, oh look, you're following your husband, oh look, you're following your wife. These are external thoughts which we don't want to enter into your marriage. We want you both to be able to communicate in the essence of just the two of you. And this needs to happen, because if you cannot communicate with each other, then you will not be able to communicate with others as well. You'll not be able to communicate with other third parties or whatever it is that you have, your friends or your external marital affairs. They will also blow up just like this one, because you cannot communicate with one another. And if one of you wants to communicate, then the other is trying to resist it, because they are afraid that they will show their weaker side. But that is not the case. You really want this marriage to work out, and you can show your weaker side to your spouse. I mean, who else are you going to show it to if not your spouse? Because surely you cannot show it to your parents, or you would rather not show it to them. And if you're going to show it to somebody else outside your marriage, then you are just demolishing your own self-esteem, because you cannot communicate clearly to your spouse. And if the other one is resisting, then let this Reiki energy help in removing this resistance, so that the communication can happen at a higher level and at a deeper level and a positive level, without big arguments, without fighting. Simply communicate with a loving heart, with kindness in your words and humbleness. Healer of emotions. This is the time to follow your heart and feel the fullness of your emotions. You may feel so compelled to nurture others that you forget to care for yourself. Flashes of intuitions provide you with incredible insights. You or another person is a kind, tender-hearted, loving and trustworthy friend. So, this card means that there is help from outside, and also either of you have this insight on how to make this marriage work, or how to destroy it. Now the choice is yours. What do you want to do? How do you communicate? If you are spiritual and your partner is not spiritual, if you're religious and your partner is not religious, if you are practical and the other one is not practical, if you are rational, the other one is not rational, how do you meet? Where is the middle point? Search for it. Both of you need to search for this. Respect your ideas, respect all your thoughts, and let the Reiki work, so that you can have a happy married life. Out with the old, in with the new. What a beautiful card. Heaven is showing you a sign that it's time to move in a new direction. Often this is because you're not happy and feel a lack of purpose in your life. This is a wake-up call to make changes that match your heart's desires and spiritual truths. Both of you need to find things that you can do together and things that you can do alone. Both of you need to learn how to balance, because if that is not possible, then nothing will be possible. Four of Abundance. It's time to reflect upon your relationship with money. Are you spending it too freely? This card has come up again. We did this card in the part 2 and it's come back again. Are you holding on or not? Are you holding it on too tightly? It's not just about money. This is about ideas as well. Are you holding on to your ideas very tightly, or are you having a loose rope? How do you relate to yourself and others? How do you give? What is your input in your marriage? And what is your output? These are important factors in a marriage, and this creates harmony in your marriage as well. So let us send Reiki to this. I'm going to be creating a Reiki ball that is going to help you in understanding all the things that are needed for your highest good. This ball is going to penetrate each and every cell in your body, each and every chakra in your body, and each and every thought pattern in your body. And the thoughts that are not needed, that are not for your highest good, these thoughts will be removed by the Reiki energy. Please drink water after this healing and walk barefooted for at least 5 to 10 minutes, because the ball that I'm sending is going to be it'll make you feel thirsty basically. If not, you'll just find slight differences during the days after the healing. Perfect. Stabilize. So thank you for watching these healing sessions. So all the 3 series are complete now.